Hello everyone, Ollie here from 𝕽𝕬𝕣𝕬𝕚, and just now I've watched the Mortal Kombat 2 official trailer. Obviously this is the second Mortal Kombat film that's a sequel to the 2021 Mortal Kombat film that came out a few years ago. And we're finally here. Now, just to preface, I'm not a player of the games. I am a gamer, but I haven't played any of the games, just haven't got around to it yet. But I have watched the original 1995 Mortal Kombat film and the 2021 Mortal Kombat film. Both of those films were lended to me by Rusty on DVD and Blu-ray. I'm going to give you my quick overview of both those films. Eventually I'll probably review them when the second film comes out in October. But as an overview of my thoughts on those two films, the original 1995 film, when I first watched it, well, I watched maybe half of it, and I was just like, nah, this is not for me. It's a bit... I can understand the appeal and the respect to those ones, to the fans that watched it back in the day when it first came out, because obviously it's like, oh, it's great cutting edge visuals and stuff, whereas when you compare it to nowadays visuals, especially the newer film, the 2021 film, you're like, yeah, it's just not aged very well. And sometimes films can take an effect, well for me anyway, can take an effect on the visuals of the film when especially they're heavily reliant on them. Like the first Tron film, started watching that and I hated it. That's just me. Sometimes that's the case, sometimes it's not the case when it comes to visuals, but it depends really, depending on how reliant they are on the film. Yeah, so with the 1995 Mortal Kombat film, when I watched the first half of it, I didn't like it very much, and then I wanted to give it another chance, because I always give things a second chance. I respected it more. While I didn't love the film, I respected it. There were some great bits in it. Some of the characters I liked. Some of the effects, even though I was very like about it. The practical effects, which there weren't very many in the beginning of the film, but when you get further into the later of the film, you're like, okay, those look quite cool. I mean, maybe not the best for today's standards, but good for those times. But some of the ice effects on Sub-Zero, for example, terrible. But anyway, I liked it more the second time than the first time, the original 1995 film. Then I watched the 2021 film, huge improvement for me. I enjoyed it a lot more. Not a perfect film, but I still really enjoyed it. I've only watched it once, but I will rewatch it when... Oh, well, before I go watch Mortal Kombat 2, hopefully with Rusty, by the way. Rusty's really wanting to try and watch this in the cinema. He's going to try and make himself to go watch it, hopefully with me. And of course I'm going to be rewatching the other films. So, and maybe Annihilation, which I haven't watched for the obvious reasons. But my opinions on this trailer, I really like it. I think it's quite fun. I know it's just the one trailer, but this could be better than the first one, the 2021 film. The look of Johnny Cage in this, now, I haven't played the games, once again, with regarding Johnny Cage, the only bit of Johnny Cage that I got beforehand was obviously in the 1995 film, and I thought he was alright. With this guy, I keep forgetting the actor's name, but he's in The Boys and other stuff, but he looks great as Johnny Cage. I'm obviously going to rewatch the 1995 film and try and give the other actor, the original actor for Johnny Cage, another chance. But yeah, this one looks great. This version of him looks great, like quite fun, comical. I believe that's how his character is in the games, from what I've heard. I did have a chat with Rusty about it, who is a big Mortal Kombat fan, and he did ask me after the trailer was, premiered. Well, it was actually live. It was a live event that Warner Brothers did, and I watched it for the first time. So I've watched this trailer twice now. Once when it was obviously live, and then the second time when I went to go rewatch it to refresh my thoughts, because Rusty, of course, he wanted to know my thoughts as a non-player of the games, and obviously we have a discussion. I haven't told him I'm making this video, so it's going to be a nice surprise for him to watch this, but he already knows my thoughts. But I just thought I'd make this video so that you know, to let you guys know my overall view on the 2 films that I've watched. But I haven't played the games, so eventually I will play the games, at least one of them. I don't know, there's so many bloody games. It's a big franchise, it's a very popular IP, of course, so yeah, basically I really like the look of this trailer. Definitely going to go watch it when it comes out in October with Rusty. Fingers crossed, I'm going to try and make it happen, because it's going to be a real good event. I've seen a couple of other trailer reactions that have only just come out, and a couple of them said Johnny Cage is a bit weird, like they don't like it's by this actor, and I disagree. I mean, again, I haven't played the games, so I can't say too much. Yeah, I just like the look of the visuals, the world and everything, the new stuff that they've shown. Apparently there's going to be a lot more fighting, according to Rusty. He says that it's going to be like 50 plus fights or something like that.
There is a film coming which I can't wait for, and it's Mortal Kombat 2.
Okay.
And it's going to have like, I think it's like 50 fights. It's going to have a lot of damn fights in it, so I'm like, oh, that's my thing.
Which sounds great, because the fights in that film was great. Yeah, I don't really have too much else to say, to be honest. I just hope it's good, and it looks great. I'm sure they're going to obviously release other trailers, or another trailer, or definitely other advertisement for the film, promo stuff, and I can't wait. But this trailer alone, thumbs up for me. Oh, Cole. I want to talk about Cole, who was the main character we were following in the 2021 film, which a lot of people didn't like, apparently. But obviously I think those people were fans of the games, but some of them may have not been a fan of the games, and maybe this was their first viewing, maybe. Although that would be a bit weird, because if maybe they just said, oh, they didn't like the character. If this was their first time watching that film, then yeah, that's alright, but it's just, I hope Cole, who does appear very briefly in this trailer, I hope he does get some screen time, because obviously Johnny Cage looks like he's going to be the main character in this, and I do hope that they utilise Cole well. I don't obviously expect him to be like, you know, being one of the main characters, but at least be a good side character, at least as a good supporting role in this. So yeah, I hope they utilise him well and don't just sideline him so that Johnny Cage can be all the good stuff. Even though Johnny Cage does look great, I did like Cole in the first film, 2021 film, but you know, a lot of people thought, you know, it was a bit boring or whatever. I think it was, but yeah, I'm excited. Hope it's good. So yeah, hopefully you can wait for the review when it comes out in October. Yeah, that's about it, guys. Let me know what you thought of the trailer down below, and yeah, see you in a bit. Cheers.